Today I will introduce you some of our special functions of our solar power system, which is more suitable for the countries without stable grid power. First, all our inverters is low frequency inverters based on big isolation transformer. This is the big isolation transformer, as you can see. Low frequency inverter is suitable for all kinds of home appliances, especially for the inductive loads like air conditioner, water pump, motor, air compressor, like etc. Okay. And the second thing is all our lithium battery bank is with the BMS, which has the activate balancing function. Now, in the long term using, the voltage of the lithium battery cells will have the big difference. With the BMS, this active balancing function, the BMS will make sure the each piece lithium battery cells voltage difference will be within 0.02 volt. In this way, the BMS will make the lithium battery bank's real lifetime much more longer than the ordinary lithium battery bank. And then the third special function is that our hybrid inverter has the activate function. When the lithium battery bank is drained and then the BMS go into protect status, in the next morning when the sun rises up, our hybrid inverter will automatically use the solar power to activate the BMS. No need people to use the DC-DC power supply to activate the BMS and then turn on the system again. It is automatically. Next step, I will turn on, do an experiment for you to show you how the system works. Right now, the lithium battery bank is off, okay? The breaker is off. We are not supplying any power to the inverter, okay? And this is the PV combiner box, and this is our DC-DC power supply. I will turn on the DC-DC power supply to simulate that the solar power is providing the electricity to the inverter to see how our inverter works, okay? Now I turn on the DC-DC power supply. The voltage it offering is 139 volt, okay? Oh, okay, see? Now the MPPT charge controller starts to work. And I just need to turn on the hybrid inverter. Then the inverter will use the solar power to activate the BMS and then start to charge the lithium battery bank. Okay. Before, without this function, many custom end users will have to, when their lithium battery bank is drained, they will have to use the DC-DC power supply to activate the BMS first, and then can turn on the system normally. But with our new function, no need to do in this way. When the lithium battery bank is drained, just wait for next morning, and then the sunrise, hybrid inverter will use the solar power automatically to charge the BMS. Lithium battery bank, and then the customer just need to turn on the inverter again. Then everything will become work normally. Okay, and then the fourth thing is all our inverters is with built-in high and low voltage protector, and then the big common mode inductor. Okay, these two equipments will protect our inverter against suddenly high or low voltage, and then the magnetic interference from the grid power. With this function, can make our inverter real working lifespan much more longer than the ordinary inverters. You know, in African countries and some other countries, without stable grid power, one day the grid power will cut for several times, and when the grid power comes again, at that moment the voltage will be very high, and then there will be a surge. But with this equipment, high and low voltage protector, our inverter will be protected very well, and then to make sure the complete solar power system's real working life very long.